Hey guys, welcome to Hello Cupcake. It's me, and if you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe button, and let's get right into it, shall we? So today is Saturday, July 3rd, and wow, the last couple of days have been rather interesting. Thank God it hasn't been as hot as it was. Some places here in Washington saw temperatures of 110 to 115 degrees, which is just freaking unheard of. So the last few days we've been back to our usual 75 to 85 degree weather in the summertime, especially this time of year. And right now it's actually 55 out. It doesn't feel 55. It feels actually more like 40, between 48 and 50. I know that that's not much of a jump or whatever, but yeah. And I think that today's high was going to be like 82. I think they said it was. So might be a good day to go to the lake. And I actually put the bug into people's ears last night about doing a lake day today. So yeah, last night I went to a friend's wedding reception, and I'm so happy for these two. They've been together for like 13 years, and they finally tied the knot in what was it, November. They got married, and they just had the reception now. And I'm starting to find that is like a big thing to do lately. At least the last couple of people who have gotten married, that seems to be what they're doing, is getting married and then waiting a couple of months and then having the reception. So which, I think is okay. And it's really not about the standing up before people and declaring your love and all this other stuff. It's more about having the reception and people coming to celebrate you and having that connection with you and everything else. So I'm kind of liking the non-traditional wedding format that has been happening. I have another wedding reception to go to in August, and same kind of situation happened. They got married in the last part of June, and then they went and did their little honeymoon or whatever, and then now in August they're going to be doing their reception. So pretty cool. And my original thought all day yesterday was, I'm just not going to go to this. My depression, my bipolar, my anxiety, everything was telling me, don't go. You're not going to have a good time, blah, blah. And I almost didn't go. And my sister kind of forced me to go. She's like, get your ass up, get dressed, go to the reception. You're going to be pissed off if you don't go, because you know how you get. And I'm like, well, I'm just not feeling it right now. But anyways, I got up, got dressed, went, and actually had a pretty decent time. I got to see friends that I hadn't seen for a while. I got to just reconnect with a sister type person, and that was really nice. And we just had a lot of fun, just hee-hawing and bullshitting around. And then, of course, the food was awesome. It was like redneck barbecue type food. So a lot of hot dogs, a lot of hamburgers, a lot of chicken, coleslaw. Well, actually, no, there wasn't any coleslaw now that I think about it, but still, you get the idea. And so I got there at 5 and didn't leave until 10:30. So yeah, for someone who didn't want to go, ending up staying out there for 5.5 hours, that should tell you something. And I would have stayed a little bit longer, but it was getting late, and they had kids, and it, people were already starting to fizzle out and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, this is proper. Everyone who's anyone is starting to leave. So came home and turned on some Dragon Ball Z and kind of like watched that until I fell asleep. That was my night last night. But yeah, it's just been a real interesting few days. Yesterday, my friends had to put their dog down, and my heart is breaking for them because this was the family dog. Like, this dog raised up 3 kids. Well, yeah, you could say 3 kids. So, I came into the equation 13 years ago. 13, 14 years ago. Well, anyways, it doesn't matter. So, this dog has always been around for as long as I've known, plus a few years. And she was just such a sweet, sweet dog. She was a yellow lab, and her name was Abby. And I used to call her Flabby Abby. And whenever I would call her that, she would just get so stupid excited about, oh, she Flabby, what are you doing, Flabby, Flabby? And she would come over, she would just, you know how dogs make that weird sound, but she would just rub all over me, and just an amazing dog. And so my heart breaks for them. I understand what it's like to lose an animal like that, and you know, having Bella, and thinking of, I'm getting choked up, as you can see, but you know, having Bella like a couple of months ago, when she started having those seizures and I thought that I was going to lose her, I mean, I understand. That's the bitch about having pets, is that you get so attached to them and so emotionally involved with them that they're family. I mean, unless you're just an asshole who has an animal that keeps them on a chain in the yard, or like for whatever reason, just to have the title of being pet owner. But if you're an actual like pet parent type situation, then you know, you have family members. They become your children. And you know, I never really cared for the whole fur mom, fur dad, or fur baby thing, but I understand it. They are your kids. And so, you know, they're mourning, and they're going to be mourning for a while. So I gotta quit talking about this, because otherwise my mascara is gonna be down in my socks. Like, I'm seriously tearing up over this right now, because the dog was a big part of my life also. Well, not a huge part, but anytime I would go over there, she'd be like, Michael! Come running straight for me. And so yeah, feeling really like heartbroken for my friends right now. And gosh, outside of that though, you know, just a really interesting week. The amount of energy, the amount of just whatever going on has been kind of decent, you know. I was a complete and total douche nugget to another friend of mine, but this friend I've known since I was like 11, and over the top, dramatic, storytelling type of a person. Heart of gold, absolute heart of gold, but not many people can stand this person, and they always have to be the center of attention. They always have to have a story for everything, or an anecdote, or something like that. always has to have some kind of lived life experience or shared experience or one-upmanship type situation. It's an extremely huge character flaw. Like, huge character flaw. Whatever this person tells you, you got to take with a pound of salt. Not a grain of salt, a pound of salt. And having been around since Methuselah, I know 90% of the story that this person tells, and it always seems to change depending on who they're talking to or what the subject is. And then instantly it's like, oh, so-and-so was doing XYZ at this time, and I'm standing there like, no, that's not how that went. But I'm not the kind of person that calls other people out when they're like spinning their bullshit. So, I mean, I will, but if they're friends or whatever and it's going to make them look extremely stupid, chances are I'm not going to. I'm just going to like, okay, so that's how the story goes today. Cool. But, anyways, a family member of theirs came up missing for like 3 or 4 days. Not really uncharacteristic of this person, but it was to the point where everyone was actually starting to get a little worried, and there was the cops were involved, and missing persons cases were filed, and so on and so forth. And so for probably 6 months to a year, this person was complaining about this family member and just like being really snide and negative and whatever else. And then when they came up missing, it was all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, I understand, but at the same time, you know, you can't constantly put that negativity out there. You can't constantly, you just can't constantly be negative about a situation and then turn around and try to, like, come out of pocket about being like, oh my god, but then the next minute, fuck this person, blah, I just can't deal with them anymore. It's like, I'm bipolar and I can't follow your logic. So I flat came out and asked one day, I'm like, which one is it? Are you pissed off that they're not dead, or are you pissed off that they like disappeared, or what? Like, you can't be victim of the year and like family member of the year. Like, you gotta pick a struggle. And I know it kind of pissed the person off, because they didn't talk to me for like 2 or 3 days afterwards, and I was just like, whatever, you know. Back in the old days, they used to call that solid dick. You need some solid dick. And yes, it is an actual thing. Look it up. And it just, solid dick means like speaking frankly and bluntly, which is kind of funny, like some of the old terminologies that they had. But so yeah, I was just like, you can't be both. You cannot be victim of the year, and you cannot be like family member of the year. Like, you gotta pick a struggle here. So anyways, that's something that I've been dealing with also. And I know some of you who've been following the channel for a while and knowing that I just got my peer counseling and all that other stuff are probably like, that's not something a counselor should say, but I'm not this person's counselor, and I'm not working in a counseling facility, nor am I doing anything in a professional manner. Like, if this was an actual client or whatever, I would have had a little bit more couth and like velvet glove, but this is a friend. This is like somebody that I've known since like I said, my childhood. So I feel that I have the right and the ability to just, and I'm that way with anyone. It doesn't matter who you are, honestly. I am a very frank, blunt, brutally honest, sometimes overly opinionated person. I never used to be this way. Like, when I was 13 and younger, I was extremely introverted. I had no peer social skills. I had no real friends to speak of. And I was very, like, non-confrontational. I wouldn't even look you in the eye. I'd just, you'd be talking to me and I'd be looking at the ground. Or whenever I walked anywhere, I looked at the ground. And it wasn't until I was about in the 10th grade that snapped, and I was just like, you know what, fuck you. And it was like a very specific moment in time where I had this aha realization, and ever since then it's just been like, right, wrong, or indifferent, this is my opinion. So yeah, I'm not one of those people that you can ask, so what's your honest opinion? Woo, Lordy. That opens the door. Like, do you want my honest opinion, or do you want my blowing smoke up your ass honest opinion? Because there are many steps in between both of those. We're talking like honest opinion is right here. My whatever opinion is way the hell over here. So we gotta move some stuff around. Like, how much of an asshole do you need me to be right now? And I have another friend that's like that. Don't ask them your honest opinion if you get your feelings hurt. And so whenever we need an actual honest opinion and not a yes man opinion, it's hey, tell me your honest opinion about this, blah blah blah. And we always check in with each other. Okay, do you want the honest opinion, or do you want the I want you to tell me what I want to hear honest opinion? So yeah, and you gotta have people like that in your life. If you're constantly surrounding yourself with yes men, you're gonna get yes to death, and you're never going to have an actual answer for anything. So be thankful for your blunt, honest friends. It might not be what you want to hear. It might not be anything that you want to deal with at the time. You might be thinking that they're assholes, but really listen to what they have to say. You know, it's going to really change your perspective of stuff, because a lot of times their blunt honesty is an outsider's opinion, and a lot of times you just need that. I know sometimes it's like, well, fuck you. Who are you? Why do you think you have this knowledge or that knowledge of this? And, you know, whatever. But anyways, rambling. So yeah, today I'm going to try to get out to the lake. For the 4th of July, I really have no idea what I'm going to do yet. My sister wants me to come over, and she's going to be barbecuing and stuff. My niece is supposed to show up. So I might go and do that unless something better presents itself, because honestly, I don't feel like sitting in a house with like 50 old people not doing much of anything. And I mean, at least if I'm sitting at home not doing anything, I'm at home not doing anything. I have my television, I have my computers, I have my internet, I have all the things. So I can at least keep myself entertained, or I can just crawl into bed and take a nap. But as far as I know right now, there's really nothing going on. Probably won't try to head out to the lake on Sunday, because well, it's a bunch of good old boys and rednecks and so on and so forth at a lake There's going to be tons of drinking, tons of partying, and some of the folk that show up out there can get a little rowdy. And I don't know if I want to deal with rowdy. But, you know, it is whatever. So, anyways, I'm going to cut this off now because we're at the 20-minute mark and I didn't mean for it to go this far. But, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, put them in the comment section down below. And if you need to get a hold of me, you can do so. You can go to the blog, hellocupcakegetsme.com. You can shoot me an email at hellocupcakegetsme@gmail.com. You can just get a hold of me in a multitude of ways. You can also follow one of the many social links in the comment section down below, or in the show notes. And yeah, so until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.